That's the vibe the Winnipeg Jets are sending out on their socials as we prepare for Game 1 of Round 2, Winnipeg Jets versus Montreal Canadiens. I'm Mike Albanese with City News. Thank you for joining us here. Now, as you can see, vehicles queue up outside Bell MTS Place. The horns have stopped, but it was pretty loud here just moments ago. And as you can't see right now because everyone's inside, the first time in a long time, you may be able to hear fans in the stands here as 500 fully vaccinated healthcare workers are taking a well-deserved break from what has been an impossible 15 months for them. The Jets showing appreciation. The atmosphere not quite that of a Winnipeg Jets whiteout party, but the excitement and anticipation was still evident. We've got a gentleman over here in this convertible with his Jets jersey and flag. Now, earlier in this afternoon, I got the chance to speak with Nurse Lisa Enns. She'll be one of those in attendance at tonight's game.
I have no words. We're all very excited. We're huge Jets fans here at Donwood, the staff and the residents. I'm very shocked and honored to be one of the ones who was drawn to go. I haven't seen the Jets since the old building, so I know my oldest grandson's going to be very jealous. But yeah, we're just so excited. Hopefully, we're kind of nearing some normalcy now. It's been very hard on not just, the staff involved, but also, our residents here and the families. A lot of times, they don't get to see one another. So many staff have to work overtime and miss time with their families. And I think, in a way, this has really brought everyone closer together. I'm just so happy and honored to be going. And I just have no words. Jets all the way.
Now, as you just missed, more fans cruising by, some fans running by yelling. Not everyone is going to be in tonight's game in-person attendance, but we spoke to some fans earlier about their excitement towards tonight's game.
We're very excited. The Jets took care of the Oilers in short order. We're looking for some excitement and hopefully can do the same or at least finish it off in 6 or 7.
Second round, I don't think anybody expected either of these teams to be into the second round. So yeah, it's exciting, and I think Jets match up well against the Habs.
Very, very excited.
They've been doing fantastic. It's slowly rising, which is just beautiful. I love that.
Obviously the Jets. It's got to be the Jets. Go Jets, go!
I think the Habs are ready for a bit of a letdown after that kind of an emotional comeback against the Leafs, so that's what I'm expecting.
We're hopeful that they're going to go deep, and it'd certainly be terrific if we could have both the Stanley Cup and the Grey Cup in the city at the same time.
Now, as you just heard, lots of confidence from Jets fans, but then again, it's the same for fans of the Canadiens. We got a Jets fan heading just into the building right now, just getting into there in time to see the warm-ups. Now, another surprise was the late-night decision yesterday to have healthcare workers in attendance. Sportsnet's Ken Weeb believes it's the secret ingredient that players have been craving.
It's always a great matchup when these teams get together. Nice that there will be some fans able to enjoy this today with the vaccinated healthcare workers, but it won't be the same kind of atmosphere as we're used to seeing. We know it's been a challenging time in our province for sure, and having covered myself in the bubble in the games in Edmonton last year with no fans, it's such a strange environment. So even having a small number of fans, we know they're probably going to be quite vocal, having the opportunity. And the one thing the players have said throughout this season is they really truly miss the fans and the environment that they create. I think it's a great step in the right direction, and should give a lot of people a sense of normalcy that has seriously been lacking probably since last March. The Jets will need to play a patient game, because if you turn the puck over in the neutral zone, the Canadiens do have a lot of speed. They can feast on turnovers, and that's how they generate the bulk of their offense. We know the Canadiens are also feeling confident. Yes, it has been a taxing stretch for them, and now having to play 4 games in 6 days will be a challenge for them. The Jets should have an advantage when it comes to rest, but sometimes that emotional level is already higher. It'll take the Jets a little bit of time to get ramped up, but we expect them to be fresh, have a lot of speed. I expect the Jets to win this series in 6 games, but there'll be a lot of tight games, just like we saw in the opening round.
So in Weeb's world, the Jets can outlast the Canadiens, but this NHL playoff series so far has been full of surprises. He went as far as to say these two Vezina-winning goaltenders may very well be the best goaltending matchup in NHL history. We'll have more on the game as it unfolds and more on the atmosphere here at City News at 6:30. Live from outside of Bell MTS Place, I'm Mike Albanese for City News.